What's going on, everybody? It's Ndukauba, and I think right now is actually the best time to finally give my review for J-Star's Victory vs. Plus. Now, before I even get started, I actually do want to give a very big special shout out to Namco Bandai US because they were nice enough to get me a review copy of the game, so I was able to give you guys gameplay about a week early. So again, Namco Bandai, thank you so much for the review copy. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the review. Number 1, JAdventure is a good time waster. I really do think so. If you're just trying to look for a lax offline mode to enjoy, then JAdventure is definitely the mode for you. It's a mode where pretty much you just roam through the J-Stars universe, running into various characters from the Shonen Jump series and just having battles with them, or even having them team up with you, etc. And on top of that, just the world itself looks so beautiful. You're pretty much in a ship, sailing through the sea, just roaming the entire universe. It looks so amazing. But yeah, I find it as a good time waster because if you're not trying to have like super intense battles, then that mode is definitely lax enough for you to enjoy. So if you want to have offline, just a relaxed mode, then try out JAdventure. Definitely a good mode. Number 2, online mode is great with friends. Now what I mean by that is when you play obviously online mode with friends, the experience can be a lot better than how it would be if you just go into random battles. Now if you go into random battles, not saying that the matches can be, like boring or just not intense in general, but there's something about playing with friends that makes the experience so much more enjoyable. For example, yesterday when I was actually live streaming this game, I was having matches with ZZ Toasty and Afro Senju, and we only played matches for about 30 minutes, and it felt like we were playing for 2 hours. We had a fantastic time. We lost track of time entirely. We were wondering where all the time even went. It was just a phenomenal experience. So if you do want to really enjoy online mode, I would definitely recommend playing it with friends. Now that's not saying that you won't have intense battles online with randoms. If you go online and you try to have battles on ranked battle, you will definitely have intense battles without a doubt. But if you go on like random friendlies, the chances are the matches are not going to be as intense because people don't really care that much on friendlies. So, and on top of that, you have the opportunity to change up items because when you play online, you have the option to have J customize on or off. And what that is you set up cards or customs to enhance your character to, change up some stuff. So you have multiple variations or options to play online, but again, I still believe that it is best to play with friends because of course when you play with friends, nothing can get any better than that. So if you're playing online, definitely play with friends. Number 3, there have been various balance fixes since J-Star's Victory Versus. Now, as most people who played the Japanese version of the game know, J-Star's Victory Versus, the original game that came out for PS3 and PS Vita 1 year ago, had an immense amount of issues with loops, infinites, all sorts of stuff like that. For example, if anybody used Luffy actually had a loop where he could continuously use Gum Gum Gatling to keep you locked in that for an entire match. Or there was another thing with Killua, he was able to keep you in Narukami the entire match and just loop it over and over again. There were various other issues with the game as well, but infinites and loops were mainly the biggest problem and it caused serious balancing issues. It's safe to say that in this game, they have finally fixed it. And I'm actually really glad about that because that was one thing that really hindered my experience when I had the Japanese version of the game. Now in this game, they actually fixed when, the characters have invincibility states, when they're knocked down, all that stuff. Like if you tried to do the infinite with Luffy, if you use Gum Gum Gatling the first time, you'll probably be able to get hit another time, but if he strings it a second time, then you'll automatically fall down and they can't string it again. Like they try to come up with ways to prevent infinites and stuff like that just, from happening, which is a good thing. I really like that. I like the fact that they finally took the time to try to balance the game because I honestly thought that when it came out for PS3, that was going to be it. We're going to have to deal with that even with balance patches and whatnot. But they did take the time to try to fix things, and I'm glad they did. And they also buffed and nerfed some moves. For example, Vegeta's Big Bang attack easily in the original game was one of the strongest attacks in the entire game. That move took off, I believe, about 1/2 of your health if you did it correctly. That was insane. But it's safe to say in this game, they have nerfed the crap out of it. It now takes from 1/2 to 1/4. I think that's a decent amount because Big Bang Attack is in general a strong attack. Another move that got buffed, which is Frieza's Death Ball, because his Death Ball in the original game was absolute trash. The trajectory was bad, the move was weak, it was terrible. But in this game, they have increased the hitbox and the move is much stronger. And actually, I think they just buffed Frieza in general, because Frieza is a really good character in J-Stars Victory Versus Plus compared to how he was in J-Stars Victory Versus. So yeah, I'm glad that they finally took the time to, rebalance the game and make sure everything is on point for the, worldwide release, which is today. My overall verdict on J-Stars Victory Versus Plus, I think it is a fantastic game that brings some of the best Shonen Jump characters into one mashup brawler for everybody to enjoy. It does have its, its setbacks, but I do think that it's definitely a game for any anime lover to pick up because you'll more than likely enjoy it. Definitely play it with friends, and I guarantee you will definitely have a great time. If you don't have any friends around, try out JAdventure because you never know. You might just have something pop up in there that's going to really get you really into the series. So yeah, that is the end of my review. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Q_Ndukauba. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys later.